Hey, it's Travis Bell and
Colleen Nash
with the Bell Henderson team. Thank you for joining us today. So we're going to talk a little bit about selling your house in today's market.
It is a different market today than it was even 6 months ago. So we're going to dive into it. So Travis, what are we telling sellers that they need to do to ensure that their home gets sold at the highest price quickly?
So a couple of things are happening in our market, right? We know the months of supply of homes are coming up. It's still a seller's market. We're still well within the zone of being a seller's market, but there are more houses competing on the market today, right?
Correct.
That and interest rates are increasing. So buyers are, maybe tapping the brakes a little bit, just kind of figuring out what's happening.
I would agree.
So with more competition on the market, a little less demand, what we're telling all our sellers are this: your home has to be the best looking house in the price range in which you're listed in, right?
And how do we make a home the best looking house?
So a couple things, right? Number one, we go in, we do a staging consultation. We have a fantastic group of professionals that go in there and check out the house. If you're living there, that's one thing. If you're not living there, then we bring in furniture to stage it and make all the rooms feel comfortable and nice. And buyers buy with emotion,
For sure. Absolutely. It's a feeling.
Right. But you also know that feeling when you walk into a house and it's not staged correctly, right?
Absolutely.
And how do you feel as a buyer's agent?
It doesn't feel good.
And how do you tell your clients?
Yeah.
What do you tell your clients, right?
No, absolutely.
So we can talk about numbers and statistics all day long, but buyers buy with emotion, and that's it. So stage it correctly, paint all the stuff that's chipped, get it all cleaned up, clean up the yards, landscaping, all of that
Buyers
stuff.
care about that. Buyers feel if a home has not been maintained, and it just makes them feel bad about the house they're buying. So I think that's huge.
So we're getting back to a traditional market of, there's an age-old saying of, it's a price war and a beauty contest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when we are listing homes now, we're not just looking at the past 90 days of sold data, we're really looking at what's on the market and what your competition is.
Right.
And there's natural zones in which you can be in. So it's not necessarily your house is worth this. It's like, here's the range you need to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably down here, right?
And if a seller chooses to go at the top of that range,
right?
What are we telling sellers? How long we're going to wait? If we don't have a contract, that type of thing.
So it's more of an art, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if they really want to sell it, then there's scheduled price reductions baked into the listing agreement, and say, okay, your house, we can go here, but we need to naturally come down until we hit the market, right? Because if we don't get the showings or the offers in a short amount of time, we don't want their listing to go stale on the market.
Right. And when I'm working with buyers, we look for those properties, right?
Sure.
Because we know that the sellers are still being a little overzealous or thinking they're selling in March when they're not.
Yeah.
And we know that we have an opportunity there if it's sitting on the market for 60 days now.
So this isn't a negative thing, right? This is just the market, right? This is the market we're in. If you want to sell your house, hire us, have us over for a consultation. We'll go through all the nuts and bolts of how to position your house correctly in today's market, price it accordingly, and get it sold for the most amount of money with the least amount of hassle.
Love it.
All right. Thank you for joining us today. Again, as always, please subscribe to us, like us, ask us questions. We'd love to answer them.